hold on. Before we dive into the topic again, we're gonna do one more Grand Prix and then switch to some Gary's mod.
Alright, let's do it.
I was just about to ask that. All right, we good. So guys, y'all heard my stream. One more Grand Prix, then I'm gonna be out.
I have a really big like God complex. So whenever I do get mad, it's like really bad.
We know.
No way.
Hello, hold on.
But you know what I can respect? You know what I can respect, Nick? As long as you know you have the God complex.
I have it. No. It literally no. Name one time I acted like I had like a really bad, like really ugly ass way of how I do shit.
See, the thing is though, that's your way of it. My way of it is I just like don't care. If someone assaults you, I'm like, okay, thanks for tweeting at me. Thanks for telling at me.
Wait, I can insult you though, Nexus?
Huh? No, I'm just saying that if it were to ever happen, if people say things where it's just like, if people say things and they're trying to trick you,
but don't push me.
It's just like
that was me.
That's just like thanks for letting me know.
I think
just
bitch is the
don't
only
care.
thing that makes me mad. If someone calls me a bitch, that's really it. If it's
Yo,
anything
Jay
else,
called you a
like,
bitch last night.
The way I
Yeah.
feel about it, is it's not about what you say. It's just the context of it all.
I don't even
Like,
say
that's really upset no matter what.
I have like no respect at all. Like I actually just say it.
Yeah, I almost
You're a
have
mean ass
and
nigga.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I feel like you as a person, you have that right to say whatever you want, however you want to say it, whatever.
Look at it that way.
But however you choose to say it is all up to you. So you will say what you want to say and understand the consequences that you are going to get.
that's the thing. Of course you can say what you want.
No, I said there's two lines to it. It depends how someone takes it, and then it also depends like certain things you just
I
can't say.
don't care how people
Like
take
it just goes by the First Amendment. You have freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, but if it intentionally like is offending someone or being insultive, then you can't like say that.
For me,
it's something. How somebody takes what you say is not your problem.
No, wait,
hurtful, that's not fair.
You can't say that. Hold on, time out. You can't say that, Nick. You can't say that it's not your problem because you could intentionally say something to hurt someone or to trigger someone, and you can't sit there and say that's not your problem. That's just the way they took it. No, that's the way you meant it.
Oh well,
and you can't sit there and say
I don't care. I just don't.
Well,
also, you have to understand
problem.
that even if you don't intend to hurt somebody's feelings, that impact is greater than intent.
Exactly.
You're right. The impact definitely is.
Preach, Jamie.
I literally say like every most offensive thing you could ever say on this planet, but I've made it to the point where I'm just like so like silly, I guess you could say, that no one ever takes it seriously. So if someone actually did take it seriously one day,
that's their fault.
No, you can't just sit there and say it's 100% their fault.
God damn it.
That's called victim blaming. I just want you to know.
I would definitely take the L there if it actually
Because
ended up being
that's like saying, oh, just because I know Nexus and I know he's silly all the time, I should never take anything he says seriously. No. If Nexus came to me and he was trying to have a real conversation or he had an actual argument and he said something offensive, I'm gonna take it seriously, whether it's Nexus or anyone else. Because that's just, I don't care how silly and goofy Nexus is most of the time. When it comes to having a real actual conversation, you can't just sit there and say, oh, it's my fault for taking it offensively.
Then that's like situational then.
Well, it's situational to an extent because you can't just sit there and say that, oh, I'm so God that I can say and do whatever I want and I have no responsibility for it.
Yeah, that.
I did bad this race.
You can't do that. You can't.
I mean,
do that.
it all.
I did bad.
It all depends on how whatever you're saying is being said. Like again, it's one of those things. Like if you intend to hurt somebody and they get offended by that, you can't just be like, "Well, it's your fault for getting upset."
That's why you gotta say what you say a little differently, you know?
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That comes down to me. How they're gonna take it. That comes down to me. That comes down to a sense. I don't want to say because that's such a negative connotation about it, but I don't want to say it comes down to a sense of maturity because you should be able to express yourself no matter what it is that you want to say, without putting someone down or offending them. And you shouldn't have to use that scapegoat of, oh, you shouldn't get offended because I'm gonna say whatever it is I want to say, because you can still say whatever it is that you want to say without demoralizing someone or patronizing someone or putting someone down like that.
What I'm trying to say though is like, let's say for example, like you have a friend, he's like extremely sensitive, like thin paper skin. You would portray.
You know what?
You would say to them, differently than what you would say to someone else. Example, you joke with the person who's got thin skin, you say and modify the wording a lot differently so they wouldn't get offended compared to someone who's got like brick skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I want
that's what I do all the time. That's what I do all the time. I fuck around, but if someone's got thin skin, I wouldn't fuck around with them like that. I'd modify it.
I don't have skin. I'm a skeleton.
I don't have skin.
I'm just all flesh.
I just can't. I just can't see it that way.
I want brick skin.
I'm okay with that.
I actually have brick skin.
Nah, the best way you put it, Nick, is you can't walk around and speak. I know your name was Nick Too Reckless, but you can't walk around and speak recklessly and abandon all responsibility for what you say, because what you say carries weight.
Yeah. Especially if it's somebody you care about, or somebody that cares about you.
Screw you, Jay.
If you get to somebody he cares about, he does it to random.
And to be honest, Nick, you've made me cry multiple times at the things you've said, and I don't say anything because I know you don't care.
No, I think he cares when he knows he's hurt someone's feelings. I think he just doesn't. I don't know.
I don't know how to cry. I don't know.
No, he actually is really clueless. He's a very
Wait, nigga. I was at PAX South, the first PAX South.
That's why I said.
You know how to cry, nigga. You know how to cry, nigga.
PAX South. Like, get the fuck out of here, Nick, with that shit. I know you, nigga.
I don't know how to cry. My ass, nigga. My ass. Oh, my nutsack. Nick crying. Nick crying on my nutsack.
All you niggas said that compared to like what last year and 2 years ago, I'm not the same person anymore.
I know you're not. No, that is true.
You're cute now.
Well,
I will say this, Nick. You have grown and matured for the better since 2013, Nicholas. I will say that much.
No one cares.
Shut up, Twit. Stop talking.
The only person in this call I wish would grow more is David.
For me, whenever I say some shit and I just have no idea to offend somebody, nobody actually like tells me at all. Like nobody.
Well, and I think you don't realize sometimes because you've hurt my feelings before.
No, I know. No,
I didn't even know. Like I didn't realize, and like.
He's kind of right. No, he's kind of right though. No one actually tells them because they're afraid if it's gonna continue on.
Like nobody tells me at all.
I am not afraid to say shit to Nick.
That's a damn lie.
That's a damn lie.
Well, it's situational. It's situational. Not everybody always tells them. Only some people do.
No. Nick and I have had conversations.
That's why I wouldn't tell him.
That you don't care.
Yeah.
Wait, Diamond, are you in second place?
I've told Nick plenty of times when he's was offending me. He was just like, okay. I'm like, okay. I just don't say anything anymore because I don't care anymore.
Wait. Can we just point out how Diamond got second place?
Yeah.
You low-key ass sleeper.
Wait.
What I don't understand, Diamond, is I had your back. I was motivating you, and you come in last every single time. You're not on my team, and you come in second.
I like Nappy more. Sorry.
Yo, I'm just saying. I passed Diamond at the end, and I was like, wait, did I lap her? And then the game ended, and I was like, Diamond came in second place? Wait, what?
Diamond's like, these bitches talking about some serious shit. I'm playing fucking Mario Kart.
She took advantage. The distraction was real.
Yo, can I say something? I want to say something.
David, wait. Hold on. David,
Yes?
before you speak, I want you to think to yourself. I want you to think. This is one of those moments where like your thought process feels like 1,000 years, but it's really 2 seconds. I want you to think. Is what you're about to say, number one, necessary in the conversation? Number two, is it relevant? Will it help the conversation? And number three, will it make you look dumb as hell? Go ahead.
Okay.
Right now.
I just wanna say
Hold on. I want to hear.
Go ahead.
I swear to God.
You know, I just won't say nothing.
Nah.
Oh my God! I hate that.
Oh my!
I can't stand.
David, go ahead.
David,
speak, bitch.
Okay.
See, bitch don't mean shit to me. I just call David bitch like it's nothing.
People saying that I'm childish for taking a.
Oh, we're confessionals.
Let him talk.
Confessionals now. Let's go.
People are saying I'm childish for taking something that is a league and shit.
Nigga, ignore that.
It's fun. So
ignore that.
And then I just wanted to say that, and then I'm a sensitive person sometimes, so.
Nigga.
Sometimes.
I suck.
Oh no! It's what it is, David. I've known you for 5 years, David. And this is your.
Damn it! I'm sorry, Mo.
This is what you do, David. You will talk shit, literally just to talk shit, and then when somebody
get upset when somebody talks shit,
flip the script and talk shit to you, and it's like bashing you way more than what you try to do. Because sometimes you'll go overboard. You'll be
no. Nick's right. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. Here's a better explanation. David, you will talk shit because it's natural to you. It's like a defense mechanism because everyone talks shit to you all the time. It's natural to you. But then what you don't realize is that you'll keep talking shit, and that person's done playing with you. That person's done talking shit. And you'll keep going, and you'll keep going, and you'll keep going. That person will snap on you. It may be subtle, but they will snap on you. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh, why you talk shit to me? I don't want to talk to you no more. And it's like, David, if you want to talk shit, you need to be prepared for anything that may clap back towards you.
If you are actually, I'm talking about if people are like really sensitive, but they can talk shit, like I don't think they should do that. Like if you're sensitive and talk shit, you're
because hey David, we've only been told.
Look at this. Check this out.
Break it down.
Oh my God, Jay!
Check this out. How much shit talking do we do to each other on a daily basis?
A lot. 10%.
No.
I'm talking about individual, like one-on-one. Like how much shit talking do we actually do? Like we'll talk shit about each other's Overwatch skills. We'll talk shit about Mario, yada yada. Just bullshitting. Now check this out. How much shit talking do you do? How much shit talking do you do one-on-one with David?
None. Oh God! None.
I can't even comprehend it. I shit on my way.
David is entirely a different person when you're talking to him one-on-one.
Yeah, no, he's entirely different.
Yeah.
David does everything for a reaction, for a bait, for a response to try and reach to be funny in a group, but one-on-one, he's pretty tolerable.
He can actually talk. Like he doesn't.
Yeah, and he's super nice and everything. Like he doesn't like act super. But I just wanted to say because Nexus had said something about if you can't take it, don't dish it.
Yeah,
and that's true, okay? But there are certain lines you don't cross, okay?
Yeah, someone in my chat just said the thing with the art of roasting that you have to know when enough is enough. You have to know what lines you don't cross.
We're like shitting on each other about like stupid shit that we shit on each other all the time about. But if you come at me and say that my daughter is stupid, then I'm gonna fucking
you don't go lines like that.
You know what I mean?
I'll never do that.
We have a shit like
some things you just don't. You just don't cross those things.
And I couldn't take something like that. I would cry for days if one of my friends said that about me or my family. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
people know that, so they wouldn't cross that line.
But see, the thing is that when it comes to stuff like what David does,
someone said prime time, more like Dr. Phil.
See you later, Landan. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, yo, we just talk about some real shit.
No, I want.
Sometimes we talk about what would you do with $2 million and you'd own a porn studio, and sometimes we talk about roasting niggas.
We're expressing our friendship. Shut the fuck up.
That should show you the depth. That should show you the depth of our friendship right there. Anyways, go on. Who was talking to it? Go ahead.
One thing.
Twit, you a bitch. You a bitch.
Twit, you're cutting out.
Twit, you're cutting out, nigga. We have no idea what you're saying.
Somebody inform me what's going on right now.
We're having a real ass conversation, Ralphie.
Real.
And I want to talk about how bad your fucking Reinhardt is, bitch.
You hear me now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay, leave me now.
I'm pretty sure it only cuts out when everybody talks.
Yo, Mo, that was hilarious. Mo just sped up out of nowhere.
Yo, someone just sniped the hell out.
It feels great, Orange. It feels great. It feels great.
Now?
Okay,
Oh, I am.
Twit, you're still cutting out.
In and out.
Sorry.
Check your Skype, your mic settings in your Skype because it keeps.
No, I think it's either connection or headset. It's one of the two.
Everybody talking at the same time.
Sounds like he's in a movie.
All right, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Twit, go ahead, speak.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, speak.
Okay.
As I was saying.
Oh well.
It is just
no
you.
One
I'm
can
sorry.
hear
It's
No one is
just
talking,
you.
and you're still cutting out. Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
And we heard that. And we heard that. We heard
I know
that.
where you were going.
Cleared up as soon as you really just cleared up as
He
soon as
said,
you.
whatever,
He
dude.
said
Whatever, dude.
Aww.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever,
Whatever, dude.
I I really want
Whatever, dude.
Actually, I want to hear what he was gonna say.
He's gonna say something about David, how David talks shit and then plays the victim game, but he starts everything.
No.
Anyways, like,
Oh my
why
god,
you
yo, what the hell?
You can hear
Come
him
here,
now.
Mo! Ah! Fuck!
I got destroyed this
But
race.
sometimes I don't even do anything, and I just get shit
No,
on.
David, what you gotta understand, David, what you gotta understand, check it out. The best way to describe it, David, is that sometimes, because to you, you don't see it as you doing anything to deserve it, because you only see it as, like, big things. But what you don't realize is that sometimes, like, just sitting in a call with you, you will do 100,000 little things that would just push somebody so far over the edge. That when you say that one thing, people just snap. Like, for example, the one thing that you do that pisses me off. The one thing that you do that pisses me off to no extent.
I'm sad.
The one thing that you do, David, that pisses me off to no extent is you will sit in a fucking call and you will sniff every 3 fucking seconds. You will not. No, let me finish. You will not take. You adamantly refuse to blow your nose. You refuse to open a window. Let me finish. You refuse to blow your nose. You refuse to open a window. You refuse to take any sort of allergy medication. You will sit there and just. And it's just over and over and over and over and over.
No, David, blow your nose.
And I will say it. I will say it over and over and over again. And you won't do anything except sit there and fucking sniffle. And it's just to the point where it's like, I can't take this anymore. And you said the one thing, I just snap on you.
David, you get on my back all the time for eating, bro, but you gonna sniff?
Oh no! Eating bothers me. When someone smacks their mouth disgustingly.
But David, don't you do the same thing, David?
You have inflamed nostrils. Get a doctor.
Damn.